welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and it's time to de-kit my Diamond Art Club. So I've taken all the tubs out of my tray and put them in number order. So I've done that because it's easier for me for the way I work and de-kit. So this is a square diamond painting, which means I may need some of these colours for my Heaven and Earth designs that I'm doing using my spares. So I'm going to go through my Heaven and Earth design colours first, because my spares have space for all colours. So first, number 300 is one that I do have in my Heaven and Earth designs, and it does look as though I'm going to get some in this pot, but I don't know if I'm going to get them all in. No, I'd say that's sort of my limit for that pot, and I would guess, we just take all my 310s out, that I do not have any 300s in here. No, I may have, oh no, I do. I wasn't sure, but I've obviously used some since I last sorted this out. So we'll put the rest of the 300s in there. That actually makes it a lot easier. And we'll pop those back in. And that's that tub done. So the label can come off that, because oh, these are the labels that came with it. And they don't peel off very nice. That's a little bit disappointing, because I can't get my normal labels at the moment because they come from Hobbycraft. I could possibly order in from Hobbycraft, but for labels that are like 80p to £1 a pack, it sort of doesn't seem worth it. Okay, so I'm just pulling my tray over and I'm going to start setting those back in place. 307 is also another colour, but I am not going to fit all those in the pot, and I don't have a bag for them. So I'm going to grab a bag, and I should already have some paper pieces cut for going in these bags. I know I had extras, and I'm wondering where I've put them. I'm just searching my pegboard behind. I know I did some. I know I had some left over, so where have I tucked them to keep them? Oh, they are in here. See, this is the pot I figured they'd be in, because this is the pot that holds my baggies. I just wasn't looking in the right place. Okay, so let's pop that back. So I need a label. We'll use these ones that still leave marks. So 307-S for square, and that just means that these will work just the same and just as well when they go back, when I finish my Heaven and Earth designs and they go back in with everything else. I've started to put a piece of sort of very thin card or thick paper, depending on the way you look at it, in these, just to make sure that they stand up straight when they've only got a few diamonds in. So that's 307 in there. And then we all know, or we should all know, 310s definitely go in my Heaven and Earth designs, and I definitely have a lot of them. Which is good, because the Heaven and Earth designs does use a lot of them. But yeah, I have loads. So let's see if I can fit, I can probably fit the last of these in, because I didn't unbag the last two bags. So the last few little bits can go in. So disappointing over these labels. This is not going to be fun. Peeling these off like this every time. That's going to get tedious. I have to watch out what labels I put on these. Okay, so that's 310, and then I do just have the 2 bags left, so they can just go with my enormous stash. 312 I actually don't need. 318 is not in this. 321 is, but again it's full. So let's see if I have a bag already for 321. And I don't. So, wrong labels. We're using these rubbish ones. 321-S. Grab a bag. And pop in a piece of thick paper just to keep it upright. And then let's get those in. So we've got plenty of spares of those. 321. So we'll pop that in with the 300s. This is in my spare tub, which I will be again once Hobbycraft is open, or if I decide that there's something. Oh, that one came off. That's good. Or if I decide that there's something that's worth me paying postage for, I will be getting a bigger box, I think, for these. And then 350, which should fit. So on the 300s, we've got quite a few that do cross over with the Heaven and Earth designs. Oh, that one came off okay as well. Oh, so much better when that happens. Okay, 400. I know we have 400s because this one needs quite a lot, but this tub's quite full. But I do have a spare bag, so we'll just tip those straight into the spares. And I know that this design uses quite a few of these. I think it's further down on the tree. Because I didn't have any of these for ages, and I actually had to order a pack in. So we'll just put them all straight in the spares. Oh, so these labels are getting better now. All is not lost. Okay, 415 is not in there. 435 is. And it's a completely different colour to the one I already had. I don't know who's wrong, but the design that I'm doing will take them both, no matter what. 436. Oh, nearly got there with that label. 436 is also in my Heaven and Earth designs, and it looks as though I'll have space. Again, that's a completely different colour. So it's a good job my design works for different shadings. But I've actually got the same shade in there as well as a different colour in there. I love the way these companies name them and kit them up. Let's try it slow. Okay. 437, nope. 445, that's in here. And that one is very empty, so we'll be able to fill that one up. So much easier when you can just tip them into one of these pots. Oh, no, I was losing that one before. There we go. So 445, and then 498. That is also one in here, but it is also one that is looking very full, and I do already have an overflow. So we'll tip the overflow straight in. There's quite a lot of these colours that are crossing over. Bit of static on these, so give these a bit of a bash. And they're jumping everywhere. Fingers not wet. There we go, try that. 498. I'm quite well at getting rid of quite a few before I even go to my spares tub. So that's always good. Okay, 519, yes. That will go in. seal it slowly, does it work better? It's very hit and miss. I think it probably more depends on how I've put them on the actual casing. So 519 and 597. That also is in my design. To get this one de-kitted because I want to kit up my next one. Okay, so that's that tub done. 1 of 4. So the next one, this one has 666. It is in my Heaven and Earth designs, but it is also one that is very full, and I do have a spare bag. So we'll get that in. Get that in the spares. There's only a few 600s that I have in there. Ugh. Seems to struggle even more on these bigger ones. Maybe I press them down harder. Who knows? Okay, 738. That's in here. Again, different shading. Don't know who's right compared to DMC numbers and who's not. I do know I've made a mess though. What a pickle. That was because I wasn't taking care and I'm too eager to get my next one kitted up. It's more exciting than de-kitting. But I do have a drink, so I'll have some of that. And then we'll get the label off. Ugh. I actually have nails to be able to get these off at the moment because I haven't been able to get my nails done. So, pluses and minuses. Okay, 739 is not in there. 740 is. And I have room in the pot. Seems to be a black stray one, but I'll fight with that another day. Ooh. It's definitely not a today job. So that's 740. And I've just spotted there is another one floating about in the middle of this tub. Obviously it's got stuck to the side. Come here. It's the only thing with these tubs when you're trying to empty them out, they can hide. Okay, 741, that's in here. So tick that one in. Oh, see, look, another one stuck to the side. Get in. That's come off. So 741, 742 is not in there. 782 is not in there, and 783 is not in there. Okay, 803. Nope. 814. Yes, that one definitely is. I remember doing quite a bit of that one at the moment. So fill up that tub and then let me have a look and see if I already have a baggie for this one. I do. Sorry, daughter just popped in for a visit. It's like a train station in here today. Okay, so 814. We've got extras. And I managed to get quite a few in the tub, so you can tell I've obviously been using them on my Heaven and Earth design for me to have space to put more in. Yeah, definitely these bigger ones are not liking this. You'll have to excuse if you hear any noises. One of the reasons my daughter came in is she wanted to see if she could move something in her bedroom. And she has wooden floors and she's above me. So my guess is she's going to make noise. I have asked her to keep it down though. So we'll see how we go. Okay, 823. That is also in my Heaven and Earth Designs. I might get a few more in this pot, but I don't think I'm going to get them all in. So we'll put enough in just for it to be comfortable. And do we have a baggie? We do. So let's pop the rest in there. In fact, we have 2 baggies. Because I have that many that are spare. So we'll pop that in there. Oh, we're getting a good clear out into my Heaven and Earth Designs with this Diamond Art Club one. Okay, 9. Oh, we're on the next tub. So I say I do these in number order. So I've now got to a number that I haven't got, which is next, this one. Okay, so 947. 947. So they can just straight go into a pot, which is always good. It's always just easier and straighter than fighting with baggies. Just got 947, and then we've got 938. I'm sure I've got that one as well. I do, and I've used a few of those because I can start topping those up. Will I get them all in actually? It's borderline, but I'm going for it, because if not, they're in a load of baggies in a separate place due to having so many of them. Oh, that totally didn't work for peeling the label off. I've fallen out with these labels that came with this container set. I don't like it if they don't come off easy enough. It's a battle I don't want to play. Okay, 939s. Anybody who watches my Heaven and Earth Designs knows that I use 939s. So I'm going to fill that up, and then for the extra bag, I do have one here. The reason being is I was doing this in the front room for a while, doing a few days worth of this in the front room, and I had to come out and get some baggies. Other than that, they sit in here, which is just pots holding the numbers that I have a lot of spares, because they're very popular colours, either in diamond paintings that I've done or in turn in this Heaven and Earth Designs. So for example, I think I need over 10,000 939s in this in total. Uses a lot. Okay, so on to the 3000s. 3078, that's in this one. And the fact that I've got a lot of them in the pots is the reason I do want to move to one of the bigger photo boxes. Hopefully I can put everything in one place, so I will just have a spares box for my Heaven and Earth Designs and a spares box for everything else, because it's going to take me years to finish that Heaven and Earth Designs, especially at the pace I'm going at the moment. Okay, 3371, that is also definitely in here. So we'll fill up that pot because I've started to use a few more of those. And then this one is also in a tub. So we'll get the bag that's got less in it and fill it up. Are we all out? No, there's one in there. There we go. So that's all the big tub's emptied. Let's get them in there. Okay, so we've just got a few more. So 3, 7. Okay, so I'm now on another tub, so let's put that one away. I'm on the last tub of my Heaven and Earth designs. So we've got 3, 7, 60, which is in here. Don't think I'm going to fit them all in though. No, that's definitely not going to fit them all in. So do I have a spare bag with them in? Nope. So where did I move the labels to? 3760-S. This is the bit that takes a bit more time. Every time you have to create another bag, it just takes so much more time than tipping it into a pot. So 3760, get it in the right place, and then I'm still keeping all my spares in order. I'm trying to move this around another way because it was starting to rip. There we go. And then we have 3770. That's in here too. But I have to keep taking them off as I go along, otherwise I will probably drive myself insane having to sit there and do them all in one go. 3826, nope, and 3855, 54 and 56, no. Okay, so those aren't in my Heaven and Earth designs. So that is the part 1 of my de-kitting that I do, is to put away any that are Heaven and Earth designs. So I'm going to pop all my black, which so nicely sits on top of that box, pop that away, and then I'm going to bring in the ABs because of course I knew they weren't in my Heaven and Earth designs. And let's get out my spares box. So I'm just going to move my tablet out of the way. So I have 2 of these, and these are photo boxes. This is what I use for my spares. So this one is my first one because it starts with the 100s. So 312. I already have a pack for round, but I don't have one for square. And while I'm in here, I'm going to tuck in a little piece of paper into my rounds. By doing this as I'm going along and as I'm putting the spares away, is not as tedious as sitting there and spending ages doing them all. Because again, that would be a project that while I would enjoy it, and I do like organising the stuff, I know that I'd get about halfway through and I'd be like, oh, I'm over it. So I've decided to give myself a break and just put in them as I go along in each number, and then it may come to a point in the future where I decide to actually go through and do the ones that are left, but for now I'm happy. Okay, 318. Again, I've only got 318 in round. I thought that was a number I'd had before. Maybe I'm thinking of 317. So again, get a baggie and a piece of paper. Is the round's already got a piece of paper in it, so maybe I was actually thinking of round ones. So for anybody that's asked, I know there has been a few questions in the past on this. and I have answered them individually, but the bags that I use are about 2 inches by 3 inches. Now the 3 inches only goes up to where the grip seal part is, so they may be described as being a little bit taller maybe, but I don't think the sizes are that different that you can't get what's close to that, and that's the size that fits in quite nicely in here. Okay, so 415, I definitely have those. They don't have the paper in, so let's put that in and then add in the rest and ditch the label. So that's 415, and then I do have some Ever Moment as well. I do normally, or I have been, throwing them into the bags with the rest, but on this occasion I can't be bothered, so that can be for another day. Plus the bag's quite full. So okay, 437, I have those. So my aim is to just have a bag in each one for round, one for square. I'm definitely not mixing up round and square. 437. And then I do have an extra space in with my rhinestones and stuff for ABs. Okay, so 739. 739, and this one's already got paper in it. And this definitely looks to be a different colour. In fact, there's a few different shades in there. Oh well. And I've lost my place. There it is, 739. So you can always keep separate baggies for separate spaces, for ones that look a slightly different colour. Okay, 742, I've got quite a few in here, so I am going to condense these down, and my battery needs changing again. So let me put a paper in the round, I'll change my battery and we'll get those square all together. Okay, that's my battery changed. I'm now just waiting at my memory card to shout at me, because you know, it's very odd. I'm having a filming day and that seems to be all that's happening. Okay, so 742. I used to have a bag for 742 that was from Ever Moment, a bag that was 742 from any other manufacturer. And then I used to keep, if you've seen my original, creating this space for my spares, I would also keep anything in bags. In a way, keeping it in bags is handy for knowing how many of each that you've got, but it gets to the point, or I found it's got to the point, where they're just taking up more space than they need to. They are only spares. They are in case I run out, or in case somebody I know runs out. Every now and then I do go on the Facebook group where people ask for spare diamonds, and if they need a colour and I've got it, I'll send it to them. And that can be a helpful way to help people out. But it has just got to the point where I want to be able to keep them as condensed as possible. So I've ditched that idea, and of course I've just done them all, put them all away, and not actually put the ones from this kit into them. Let's try that again. Yeah, so I've just found now that they just all go together, and that's the way it is. if I'm ever doing a project or whatever, if I'm ever actually working on them, or I do have a diamond painting that's maybe run out of some colours, I can always try and figure out what shading of it I want, and I can do that as much as I'm putting each individual diamond on. That was my view anyway. So I shove them all together. Okay, so 782 I actually don't have. So 782-S for square. And I'll use one of these baggies that I've just emptied out. Now the only reason, if I could have peeled this label off in one, which I don't know yet, the reason I don't use these labels again is because I tend to find they will start peeling up on the corner. And it didn't come off in one anyway. They'll start to peel up on the baggies in the corner, and then they can get caught on other baggies, and then you don't know what colour, what number diamonds you've got. So that's the reason I don't reuse labels, but I definitely reuse baggies. So that's 782, 783. Already have a bag. So I must have had that one recently. And it's getting warm, so I think my cardie's coming off. It's a nice day outside today in regards to the sun, but oh by Jove, there's a wind. There is a bitter wind outside. Sorry if you keep hearing a blip blip. I think my charger is, I keep hitting my charger wire and I think it keeps going on and off charge. Okay, so 803. Got a bag for square. The round has already got a piece of card in it. So let's bob those away, and then I know that that will be the end of this box. Because this box only goes up to the end of the 800s. My 900s, 3000s and all my rhinestones are in another box. So that's that one done. Oh, tell how long it takes to dekit a video by however long this video's taken. Definitely a while. Okay, so 3826, which I don't have. So create ourselves a label. Use one of the baggies from before. Check all the little diamonds are all out the way. Forgot to put my paper in. Just to make sure it stands to attention. And then last but not least, well, last of the numbered ones is 3855, and I do have a bag for these. Oh, there's one stuck under the lid there. Get in. It's the only thing where the pots, the little pots with the screw lids, are easier to get them to tip out. But having said that, if you only need one, these are really nice to just dip your pen into. Okay, so that's 3855. So all I have left now are the ABs. Now, the ABs do go in here with my rhinestones, but in a separate bag. So they do go in according to colour. So black, silver, blue. So to show here, rhinestones wise, they are my different shape ones. They are AB ones, and then they're sort of blue. There's a lot of different shadings of blue, but I tend to just keep them under the colour blue. So I have got some ABs, and these were from Timney Art, so these are round, and it looks like these are very similar colour shading. So this is 138, this is 137, and these are 136. So it does look as though they may use the same sort of numbering for AB, which is good. But this one is 136-AB. And apart from that, I'm going to do the same sort of thing. I haven't yet put paper in all of my rhinestones. I don't think I've put a rhinestone one away since I set up this system. I don't think I fancy doing all the blue bags, but I will do the AB bags while I'm here. I don't fancy cutting a load more paper off either. I'm just like, nah, I don't want to. So yeah, at the moment all my blue ABs just go in with any of my blue rhinestones, and they're sort of just bagged up in similar shade groups according to my eye. Just what looks good. So then we have yellow. I don't have any yellow ABs, so I mustn't have had that in the Timney Arts one that I did. So this one is 130-AB, and while I've got my pen in my hand, I'll also do 141-AB, which is the number that they gave for the white one, just because it saves me doing it twice. So this is for the 130, which is the yellow. And I'm sure the other Diamond Art Club that I got, the round one, which was Peter Pan, I'm sure my daughter will fire her diamonds back to me once she's done that one, because she always fires her spare diamonds back to me. I think it's so that she doesn't have to deal with them, and they end up in my spares. Okay, so that's yellow, and then the last one is white, of which, nope, I don't have ABs in those either. So I can't compare truly the colours and the numbers used on Timney Arts compared to Diamond Art Club. Though I do feel that there is definitely some similarity there due to the canvases that they use and the fact that they use ABs in their designs. So there we go. That is that last box done. Move my other bits out the way and take, if I can get it to come off cleanly, which of course it doesn't. So that is now all the tubs, though that's got something inside it. Is it inside it or out? Oh, it's outside. That is all the tubs emptied from that one, which means I will be able to use it for my next one. Have to check off how many numbers wise I've got, but I'm pretty sure I can use it for this one. So yeah, thank you for joining me while I de-kitted my Diamond Art Club. Any questions, please ask them in the comments below. If I don't get to them instantly, I will get to them as soon as I can. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.